For my bachelor's, I graduated with a bachelor's of science in psychology, and my minor was community health education. So I've always had an interest in health. And then in my master's, my master's is in psychology, but my emphasis is clinical health psychology. I did a research internship at the University of Utah the summer after my junior year. This is a great opportunity for students who are thinking about graduate school, but who are also minorities or first generations. And so lots of universities do these research internships. And I spent the summer researching heart disease and personality with a professor there. And then working on his study, and I had to create my own presentation and paper. You have to be compassionate and empathetic, and more importantly, you have to have the ability to not let what happens at work affect you outside of work. You have to have a good handle on who you are and how you cope with things. Because, and not so much here, but definitely at my last school and when I worked on the psychiatric unit and the substance abuse unit, people come in with so many problems. I mean, things that you just don't hear about on a daily basis. You hear about the stories of abuse or people getting murdered, or, 3 years ago, one of my students was murdered. And so when you leave, you can't take all of that stuff with you. And some days will be harder to not do that than others. And so you have to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Because if you're not taking care of yourself, you're going to get burned out really fast and you're not going to be effective at your job. My definition of success for me is so much different than you or anyone else at this school. And so I think being a successful person means that you're continually striving for something. You reevaluate and then you create new goals. And if for some reason you end up taking a step back or getting sidetracked or making a mistake, you have that ability to reevaluate, come back, and be tenacious, really. If you're not doing what you're passionate about, there's no point. I mean, it doesn't matter how much money you're making. It doesn't matter. Because if you're not happy at work, you're not going to be happy. We spend more time at work than we do anywhere else. I mean, we spend more time here than we do with our husbands or our boyfriends or our girlfriends or our parents or whatever than we do anywhere else. And so if work sucks, everything else is going to. That's just my personal experience. And so, if that means changing your jobs or taking a risk to try and do something better, but maybe it doesn't pay as much, that's still a better option than staying in a place that makes you miserable. It's just my opinion. Doesn't matter whether you're a school counselor, teacher, professional driver, I don't know, whatever.